Hello, my name is Katie. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to react a little bit to Iyah May's Newish song, Good Citizen. I didn't realize I could react to music on here because I'm not learning editing. I don't care to do that. I'm just here to say whatever I want and engage with people that either think things I think or have something to teach me about why I'm wrong or just an interesting thing to say in reaction to whatever it is that I'm on here to talk about. But it might be a little janky, but I do have a speaker that I can put next to my laptop, and then I can kind of react to music. I don't really also super understand the copyright laws, so I'm gonna do my best, and if it gets taken down, it gets taken down. I'm not monetized, so we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna start the song. Oh, yes. And at the beginning of the music video, there's a quote from George Orwell that says, "The further a society drifts from truth, the more it will hate those who speak it." Okay. Off to a good start, and the song hasn't started yet.
Are you a Nazi? Are you a peace? You're just a citizen, and you're still on a leash. It doesn't matter which thing you choose. At the end of the game, you lose. Use your chest beats on a war for the raiders.
It doesn't matter which piece you choose if at the end of the game you lose. You're just a chess piece on a board full of Vaders. And this is where I stay stuck feeling like I start to care about politics, and then I'm like, it's all just a game. It's all political theater. None of it's real. And then I start to care again a little bit, and then I just circle back to this, like, everything's bullshit. I can't trust anyone or anything. Certainly not politicians. So why am I caring? Why am I caring about this stuff? And then I come back to caring about, like, public safety and stuff. Not the point. Let me continue this song.
Keep up the porn, keep up the cans, keep up the wall. Keep up the raps, keep up the things, giving them more. Stay silent, stay violent, stay plugged in and divided.
Stay plugged in and divided. Can anyone on any side of anything not agree that that is a bomb-ass lyric? We all, like, the public all hates each other. Like, your neighbor that disagrees with you is your enemy in a lot of people's minds, more than, like, Jeffrey Epstein type elites, more than the politicians that are lying, taking your money and lying to your face and basically spitting on you and would piss on your grave if it would make them $1 or get them a vote, whatever. So this song is based, and I will let it continue.
Cool down, let's get rid of the cash. Digital ID, and let's turn up the trash. Mr. Teal, Mr. Anderson, they want us with a red pill on a test before they do it in the movies. Like it ain't real.
They tell us in the movies before they do it like it ain't real. That might not be an exact quote. There's so much I could talk about there. So much I could talk about there. How many movies came out that were clearly about Epstein's Island before any of that was released to the public? And I am someone, I've talked about being, like, kind of a right-wing conspiracy theorist person. There's allegedly, but also, in my opinion, certainly, so much technology that the general public is not aware of and doesn't think exists yet. There's no way that the powers that be, these Epstein type elites that are doing science experiments on children while they're sexually abusing them, don't have access to crazy technology that we know nothing about. And, like, Blair White did an episode interviewing an Epstein survivor whose name I'm forgetting right now, which feels so disrespectful, and I mean no disrespect. I've just had a bit of the devil's lettuce, and I'm also not good with names. But she talks about some of the experiences she had when she was there. And I guess if you're not in my, like something Blair White always says, is just because something sounds crazy doesn't mean it's wrong. And if I haven't seen over and over and over so many things that sound crazy ending up being true, like everyone's like, haha, you're like a schizophrenic conspiracy theorist, and then all of a sudden it's just information, and it's just like no apologies given ever. And fuck y'all. No, if you're watching this, not fuck you. You're probably all right. You're probably lovely. I'm sorry. So tell us before they do it in the movies like it ain't real. Baseline, for sure. Certainly. You think they don't play with us and tease us and mock us to our faces? You think they don't think we're the dumbest? You think they don't think we're stupid? They certainly do. Let me continue this.
He makes a profit off disease. Buys up all the farms and pay is what we eat. Him and Pfizer got $1 trillion dream.
Him and Pfizer got $1 billion dream. I love anybody that'll call out Pfizer. I'm sick of them. Rude bitches. Anyway, let this continue.
Go on to populate the elites. So they killed Charlie and they killed Marley, both the Kennedys and Marilyn. They killed Diana and they killed Jackson. We are the legacy, this is their anthem. Stay silent, stay violent, stay plugged in and divided. Bombs drop from heaven just like hail. Drive your home to the mud, well done Israel. When the altar and a ballot and a barrel shooting me, cleanse a con.
What does she say? When the altar and the barrel and the ballot shouldn't meet. Cleanse a country, kill the children. Mr. BB, how do you sleep? We gotta keep this woman safe, y'all. She's saying stuff, and she keeps saying stuff. She's talking about Bill Gates and Israel and BB and BlackRock and Palantir. She's not playing around. And if you did not know this, she was a medical doctor before she stopped doing that to do music instead. That feels like important information, especially when she's calling out things like Pfizer. I will let the song continue.
Kill the children, Mr. Baby, how do you sleep? This isn't a dream.
I'm sorry, I keep pausing to talk. I just love this song and I've listened to it so many times. But this is an Orwellian wet dream? Yeah. And there's so much that people don't even realize, and they just die on these weird hills. Like, there was a time not that long ago, I'm not that old, where people just knew what men and women were. It wasn't a question that you could ask a significant political figure that would cause them to crumble and fall to their knees. To pretend that you do not know that there are two biological sexes is insane. And you can care about transgender people and still acknowledge that biological sex is a reality that you can't escape from. You can transition to look like and live as the other sex. That doesn't make you the other sex. If your body's dug up 2,000 years ago and you're a trans woman, your bones are still going to say you're a man. That's just the reality of the situation. Everyone's known that since the beginning of humans knowing that. And now it's a big, controversial, huge deal. And they act like you hate people and want to exterminate them just because you say something like there are two sexes. That's all you have to say to be called a transphobic, bigoted Nazi that should be put down. Like, ridiculous. And there was a time I ate up that slop too. And I've eaten other slop. I've eaten slop. I've been lied to. I've been fear-mongered, and it's worked on me. So I, like, get it and have to have some sympathy for it. But I'm also so exhausted by it that even though I understand it, I'm just like, fucking shut up. Anyway, back to the song.
Strings around the thread. Burn souls to power the machine. Puppet strings around the thread. Flesh on the spirit.
You can kill my flesh, not my spirit. Gonna need that as a tattoo. Gonna need that as a tattoo over scars. Certainly. And the other music video, in the other video I did reacting to music, I talked about how I was somebody that mutilated myself for like decades and often. I'm fine. It's not a pity party. It's good. It's fine. But my arms do look like ground chicken. And then because a bunch of us, while dealing with addiction, also decided to get a tattoo machine and just kind of doodled on my already fucked up arms, it's giving ground chicken that was written on by a pen that was dying. That's exactly what it looks like. So for the other video, one of the arms I'm going to cover with thick black letters, lyrics from that. I think the other arm, or like another side of the arm, is gonna have to be that last lyric that, like, is, of course, like, I'm forgetting now. I rewinded it a little so I could remember the exact wording, because it's bothering me that I don't know the exact words of what I'm saying I want tattooed on my body forever. That was it. You can kill my flesh, not my spirit. Oof. Yes. And it goes perfectly, because some of my bad tattoos I want to keep. And I fuck with them and I love them. And there's like a good story attached to them, or a good time with a friend attached to it. So I'm not getting rid of all of them. But one of them says it's from a poem. And nobody ever sees my arm or leg tattoos, because even it's July and I'm in a sweatshirt, and I will be if I go outside too. I can't have these arms out. They will traumatize children. You can be like, accept yourself. It's not about self-acceptance. It's about not traumatizing children, okay? But I have another one that's done poorly that will be near these other two and fit so well. It says, "You see, I feel nothing. It is only my body that bleeds." So these like lyric cover-up tattoo ideas I'm coming up with are going to be so fucking sick that even if I get to the point where I really want to act up and do some shit again, because I did used to paint with my blood, and that is not something that I want to guarantee I'll never do again, but it certainly won't be on the spots I got these lyrics. I'll tell you that. It will reduce the amount of spots that I could consider. Let me continue the song, because I've been yapping.
Strings around the thread. Are you a wolf in a world full of sheep? Puppet strings around the thread. Black Rock, Starman, Astro Black Starman. Balance your watches like horse, and Black Rock is back to his core. Funding the digital war. Starman like Judas and Tor. Now be.
Oh, funding the digital war again. The division. People pay to have us divided and hating each other over disagreeing on 1%. Nobody can hear anybody out. Nobody, almost nobody, sincerely believes that people can come to different conclusions in good faith. That people can mean well when they're thinking something And even if their idea results in harm and is not a good idea, it doesn't necessarily make them evil, because if they're coming to the conclusion in good faith, and like, yeah, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, like, it doesn't make it okay to like enact policies that this light always does this channel is so white trash. Whatever, if that's what you're here for, that's what you're here for. And if it's not, that's what you're getting. So if you don't like it, you can go. God damn, now I forgot what I was saying. Division, not good. People pay for our algorithms to lie to us. If you're on the left, all you see is right-wing lunatics. If you're on the right, all you see is left-wing lunatics. Mind control is real. I made another video about this. If you don't think our minds are being controlled, look into it a little bit. Just type it in on YouTube. Mind control. Look into things like Project Mockingbird, MK Ultra, all the experiments the CIA has done on the public, but they totally don't anymore, you guys. They totally don't. They've gained a moral compass, and we're not guinea pigs and puppets anymore. I'm supposed to believe that. I'm supposed to for real believe that. Nah. Let me continue this song.
All the folks on the hill keep making millions. Keep up the porn, keep up the cams, keep up the wall. Keep up the revs, keep up the dance, giving them more. Stay silent, stay violent, stay plugged in and divided. Cool down, let's get rid of the cash. Digital ID, and let's turn up the dash. Mr. Tail, Mr. Anderson, they want us with the blue pill and a test before they do it. In the movies, like it ain't real. This isn't a worldly.
I'm just pausing it again quick because I would like if this video could live on the internet. If I like watch it back and it's like decent or entertaining enough to do so. I feel like even the fact that I mentioned painting with my blood makes it interesting enough. And the song itself, obviously. So I don't know how often I'm supposed to like pause it. So this is just me doing that. And if anyone knows, you can explain it to me in the comments. Because I only Googled this shit quick. I don't know. I'm not monetized. It doesn't matter if it gets taken down. If it gets taken down, it gets taken down. It is what it is. Continuing the song. Burn ourselves to power the machine. Just she said it a few times already. I couldn't just keep pausing it. There's so many good lines in this song. I needed to wait to pause for that one. Okay, back to the song. Okay, the end of this song, she plays a speech. I don't know if she wrote it, where it came from. I didn't look it up. Probably should, but I didn't, okay? Listen to every word of this. This speech is my YouTube bio. This speech means the world to me. So, and I feel like every human on earth should hear it. So, here we go. Let's hear it.
Once you perceive what lies beneath the surface, once you glimpse the truth behind the polite illusion, you are faced with a terrible choice. Do you speak, or do you remain silent? If you speak, you disturb the dream. If you stay silent, you disturb your soul. This is not a simple dilemma. It's an ancient tension between truth and belonging, between authenticity and acceptance. When you speak, when you dare to name what others deny, you risk being cast out.
When you speak, when you risk to say what others deny, you risk being cast out, and not always gently. Every line of that speech. I would just re-say the whole thing if I could memorize the whole thing, but I can't. All right. Thank you for being here with me today. Try to stay hydrated. Let me know what you think of the song. Because it's based as fuck, is it not? It is based. Okay. Let me know what you think. Stay hydrated. Try to do 1% better every day. I don't know if I have any other good advice today. Really, the hydrated is the best one. Especially if in Europe and they canceled air conditioning on you and made it illegal. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Good luck to my European people out here. All right. Thank you for your time. Have a great day. Bye.